Business Gym is something that you'll get to read about. You have lots of brochures and notes. We're basically educators. We like to educate people, companies, local governments about consciousness, depth of profound consciousness, values, what creates ability to make money, but also sustain wealth, financial capital, social capital, all these concepts of what builds for achievement. And what we're going to do today is go through a taste of a course which exists in September, but a taste of it. And we'll get to that in a few moments. But first of all, I'd like you to do some work. Please, I would like you to turn to the person next to you. And two very simple things. First of all is repeat your name and which business you're from. And secondly, to mention what is a life aspiration of you, but in the format of a movie, a film title. Okay? So think where you are in your business life, in your career, what you aspire to commercially, or perhaps to leave the commercial world and go and, set up like a cocktail, what's it called, Tom Cruise in Acapulco, or what's that, Falling Down, where you just want to go, shoot everyone because you're so frustrated at work. Whatever it may be, think of a film title which speaks to an aspiration that you have in your business. Okay, so name a company and film title that speaks to an aspiration that you hold commercially. Okay, take 2 minutes, we'll be quite clinical, and we'll continue then. Okay, so it's a simple icebreaker, nothing particularly profound, perhaps, but let's continue. The idea of this lecture, it's called Make or Break, is that we're going to get into things which to some degree all of us will know. Probably through this introductory lecture, people just are nodding, because many of it just simply makes sense. It speaks to a part of us where subconsciously we know there's truth. However, what we know is true and what we do normally is very different. What we know and what we do is normally a very different concept. And so when it comes to success and failure, it is very often the case that we think we're successful as individuals, or we fail as business people, or companies fail or are successful based on objective business reasons. Because of a certain challenge, because of a certain environment that has promoted our success or failure. Because certain exchange rates, because certain groups of people, because of certain clients, because of bank funding, those objective reasons, which we all come across, are the causes for our success and our failure. But much, much more so, the real causes of our success and failure are our reactions to those challenges. Our addictions to certain outcomes, our fears of certain ramifications, our insecurities to a certain environment, our fear about a certain challenge recurring. Because of that fear, because of that internal reaction to a business environment or challenge, that often, more often, will promote my downfall or perhaps my success. And so what we would like to give you the consciousness of is consciousness. Because my consciousness, its depth, my values, my resilience, my internal strength will determine my success or failure through inevitable ups and downs. There'll never be a week where everything is either perfect or so disastrous. Every one of us has many ups and many downs. How we as individuals and our consciousness can build our own evolution to evolve as more conscious, aware, strong, connected, powerful people. How we can build ourselves will therefore determine our success. And so we promote the idea that to the degree that we can build our own consciousness is the degree to which we'll attract our own success. And so we are in charge. If we take total responsibility with how we react to situations, we will find total control in and over our achievement. And so life is about this. Life teaches us to evolve as people. And business is simply a microcosm of life. And everything is a system. Even though we seem to think, and we perhaps have a victim gene where we'd like to think that things are random, because of unforeseen situations, that's why I was powerless, I failed. It's a victim gene. What we'd like to know is how to overcome that victim gene. Not to be like the most, to be individuals set apart by our success, and to have that mean something for more than myself, because my desire to receive for the sake of helping other people. How to create wealth, how to sustain wealth. How to create financial capital and social capital, built on my consciousness, my personal evolution. And all of life is a system. My body is a system. The way things work in my body is well beyond the management of my brain. Things happen, I blink 10 million times a year. My heart beats 2.5 billion times apparently over a lifetime. 1 billion of my cells replace every hour. I couldn't manage that. I can't manage the 30 people in my company. A trillion cells or 100 trillion cells in my body, I mean, it's impossible. But I do somehow. I do because there's some force of support. The universe has this kind of energy to it, which I must learn to tap into because it's a support for me. The universe is a system. The body is a system. The solar system is a system. The immune system is a system. Business is a system. And what we'd like to teach you is what is the fabric of that system. How, if I wish for success or greater achievement, can I use that system to my benefit? How, if I wish to create an empire, can I actually build myself first as an emperor with great consciousness, with depth, with resilience, who can manage greater and greater capacities of energy, of people, of success? Most people can't handle success. Many people cannot handle success. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. I need the sugar to handle the success which I can't quite hold inside of me. What we'd like to teach you is there's a system to life and a system to business, and it kind of looks like that. Now, I want to explain what this means. Over literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, life scientists, biologists, philosophers, Plato, Pythagoras, Newton, Freud, Einstein, people who are, I guess, in terms of their reputation, very clever business people. They managed to create names for themselves much longer than most of our companies will. This is a system of life, and it has a great depth to it. In the course, we go into the depth of it. But we're going to give you a taste today. Basically a taste of what's called the 4 phases of creation. Because how to create my next level. How do I create my next level of achievement? And everything in my business happens according to this system. About how do I evolve myself? How do I evolve myself to become a greater emperor? After which my empire will start to spread. Now, to make it really, really simple to begin with, right, we've given 4 actually quite accurate analogies of evolution, and then we're going to come back and apply a very simple business model to it afterwards.